Hello, and welcome to Love on the Pod, a podcast about all the cheesy, romantic TV movies we adore. I'm Danny.
I'm Sherry. And I'm Jessica.
This week we are discussing Love of the Irish, the first of the Winter Escape movie collections that is releasing on Hallmark this year. You can download the Winter Escape movie guide on the Hallmark Channel website right now and keep up with all the cozy winter movies of the new year. Hallmark hit it out of the park with these winter movies. I'm really looking forward to all of them. It kind of reminds me of the summer travel series that they did, where I was really excited about all of them, and some of them were kind of a miss. So we'll see. It remains to be seen how it goes. But they all look really good. We've got some really cute movies coming up. Polar Opposites is the next one that is releasing, which has Rhiannon Fish, who I love. Yeah, check out the Winter Escape movie collection on the Hallmark website, and you can see all the ones that are coming down the pipe.
Yeah,
and
when this
Polar Opposites is actually the next one I'm going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yes.
So,
Yeah,
in
I'm
2
excited
weeks.
to see it.
Yep. And by the time this airs, all those movies will be out, so you can watch them all. Yep.
Yeah. You don't even have to wait in between.
No, they'll probably be on Hallmark Plus by then, too. So you can
Probably.
watch them all.
I know that this movie, the movie of the week, Love of the Irish, is now on Hallmark Plus. So you can watch it on Hallmark Plus. You can watch it on Friendly TV. You can record it from the Hallmark Channel. Lots of ways to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
The synopsis of The Love of the Irish is: tired of her bad luck, Fiona takes her mom on a trip to Ireland to turn things around, where she meets a charming single dad who helps her make her own luck. Thank you, Hallmark, for the synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this one came out January 4th, 2025. I think that might be the first time I'm referencing 2025 as real time.
You know, I was writing the date the other day, and I wrote 2026. I don't know how.
Don't jump too far.
Not quite ready for that yet, Jessica. Thank you.
No.
So the stars of this film are Shenae Grimes-Beech. She plays Fiona. She is half Irish, half Italian. So it was very fitting for this role. And we know her from, lots of things. She was in Scream 4. She played Trudy in 2011. She was in Degrassi, The Next Generation from 2004 to 2008. She was in 90210 from 2008 to 2013. And she also is in one of my personal favorite Hallmark movies, Time for Her to Come Home for Christmas. She plays Carly. That one came out in 2023. And really, if you haven't seen the Time for Someone to Come Home for Christmas movies, all of them,
They're so good.
Have a day, just make some popcorn and some cocoa and watch them all. They're just wonderful.
So good.
So good.
Yep, so good.
So opposite Shenae Grimes-Beech is Stephen Hagen. He plays Liam. He is actually Irish. He was born in Belfast, Ireland. So the accent that you're hearing throughout the movie is authentic.
It sounded genuine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he is in Risen, which is an absolutely incredible movie we like to watch around Easter time. He plays Bartholomew in that movie. I didn't realize that he was in it.
Right.
But as soon as I looked it up and I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, how cool.
Yeah.
So, and another recommendation, especially around Easter time, if you have not seen Risen, it's excellent. And then he was also in A Royal Christmas opposite Lacey Chabert in 2014. He played Leo. So we recognize both of those main lead roles. And then the last one is Moira Kelly, and I just adore her. She plays the mother, Helen. She was born in New York, but her parents were Irish immigrants. So I just loved that all of the lead characters in this movie had some Irish roots. I thought that was really special and well done. But Moira Kelly, we know from One Tree Hill. She was in Citadel. For as far as Hallmark goes, she was in My Southern Family Christmas in 2022, which I have not seen, but I watched a preview when I was doing some research for this movie, and it looks so darn cute. Have you guys seen that one?
Say the name of it again.
My Southern Family Christmas.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It looks very, very cute.
Check it out.
Definitely want to watch that. And then a little snippet that I learned that I thought was interesting is she is also the voice of Nala in the original Lion King movie.
That's
1994.
Cool.
Yeah, thought that was really cool. Okay. In this, maybe it's because this movie just came out recently. I don't know. It was a strange thing. I discovered that the writer was Justin D. James, but I could not find anywhere who the director of this film was. It wasn't on IMDb. I saw like list of producers, no director. So
I know.
You do?
Yeah. It was you.
It was the cat. I made my directorial debut with this film. I went to Ireland. Nobody knew.
Amazing.
No. Ali Liebert directed this movie, and she was also in it.
She was in it just briefly. Okay.
Okay. I wondered because I saw her little cameo and I was like, oh, that was fun. But that was a really small part for Ali Liebert.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I wonder why. Maybe it is now. I wonder why it wasn't on IMDb when I looked it up.
Yeah, it could be because it's brand new. But I just saw it in the credits when I was watching the movie.
That would have been a good place to look for that. Yeah, it's still on IMDb. There's no listing for a director. Weird.
Yeah, and I don't know how research these new ones.
Yeah, I don't know how those get updated. I don't know if Hallmark sends IMDb information or if they have to go in and update it themselves or how that works.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Maybe we need to talk to somebody from IMDb.
Yeah,
interview them.
Somebody tell us how it works. Okay, so what were your initial thoughts on this one?
I thought this movie was super cute. I enjoyed this movie.
Me too.
Thought it was great.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead. Okay. I was just going to say, it was one that I put on in the background while I was taking down Christmas decorations, but I found myself stopping because it's engaging and you don't want to miss little bits and pieces. So I would take down a few decorations and then I'd sit down and watch it. And then next thing I know, a half hour's gone by. So yeah, it grabbed me right from the start.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the parallel storylines that we had an A story and a B story going on, and they both seemed equally important.
Yes.
It wasn't like one was under the other, so I liked that. I thought it was different. The only thing that surprised me was that this wasn't a March movie. I would have thought it would be a March movie just because it's Love of the Irish.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
So they did reference a leper in the movie.
Yeah, I actually put in my notes too that I liked the two separate but both very important stories. It wasn't like one was just a side little accessory story. They both were real integral parts of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I also found myself thinking this could have been a really cool Christmas movie. Like they could have had Christmas in Ireland. I don't know. I thought that would have been kind of a fun kind of a fun little twist.
Anything Christmas, though, really.
Yeah.
I know. I think I'm just so used to watching Christmas movies now because it's all I've been watching for months. And so every time I watch a movie that's not Christmas, I'm like, oh, a well-placed Christmas tree here really would have just added some magic.
Yeah. But then they cut you off. It's like Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And then it's like, okay, back to the Golden Girls and Murder, She Wrote. And I get so sad.
I know. Especially on Great American Family. Because at least on Hallmark, they keep bringing you new movies.
Yeah.
But I notice on the Great American Family channel, it's like Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And then it's Murder, She Wrote. And what is that other one?
Golden Girls is on.
Gunsmoke or something.
Golden Girls, but there's the one, it's like a Western or something. I don't know.
Is it Gunsmoke?
No, it's a different one. I don't know. Maybe it's not a Western. Maybe he's like
Bonanza.
An investigator or something. I don't know. But anyway, same idea.
And then Lifetime, it's Christmas is over and now it's all murder all the time.
Yeah.
Christmas, murder.
Stalkers
But
we're only joyful for 2 months out of the year.
But Great American Family does have some new winter movies coming out this year.
Do they?
Oh, good.
Good.
They have 3, I think, between now and March. So
that is great news. Great news. All right. Well, should we chat about this movie? You guys ready?
Yes.
Dive
into it. Okay. So Fiona, an unlucky aspiring ballerina who's just lost her job and has failed audition after failed audition, is in a slump. She's living with her parents. She's convinced that luck is not in her DNA. And she's at home with her mom. They're, commiserating. She's talking about all of her troubles. When she finds an old letter, Fiona does, from her birth grandmother, and discovers that this woman had reached out to her own mom years ago, and her mom never responded. And she can't believe it that her mom never responded. Her mother was adopted when she was younger and had been searching for her birth mother. And I don't know if she just kind of stopped searching, got nervous or what. But when she reached out to her, she never responded. So Fiona encourages her mom to meet her, and she just decides to take it into her own hands and books a surprise mother-daughter trip to Ireland with the hopes of finding her. Didn't she just lose her job?
Yes,
she's
and
living
I
with her
wrote that down
parents.
too. It's like, this is another one of those where, you know what? I have no job. I have no purpose in life. Let's just grab a credit card and go off to Europe.
We're going to Ireland.
And the mom's like, okay, let's just go.
Well, and when they get there, she says that it was very late at night when she was booking the Airbnb. So maybe she was a few bottles of wine deep when she booked
Maybe.
the
Could
trip.
be. Could be.
Absolutely. Yeah. But when they get there, they arrive at the cutest little cottage.
So cute.
The china in the cabinet grabbed me right away because you guys know how I love my china. I love collecting vintage china. And so they had all this beautiful china in the cabinet. And there's only one bed for them to share because, like she said, she booked it in the middle of the night and wasn't really paying attention. But, oh my gosh, what a darling little cottage. I was like, oh, okay, let's go to Ireland. I want to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
So
well,
beautiful.
And when the mom, Helen, was commenting about there being only one bed, and Fiona's response was, I hear you and I validate you. And I thought that was the greatest line. I want to start using that. I'm not going to do anything about it, but I hear you
don't really
and I validate you.
But I hear what you're saying. I loved, though, their relationship, the mother-daughter relationship, and how they both immediately were like, hey, first thing we need to do is head to the pub.
Let's
Drink
shower.
now.
Their chemistry, their chemistry was so great. They were really believable, I think, as mother and daughter.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And the age gap was appropriate. I looked it up to make sure, and it was.
And Moira
I did
Kelly,
too, yes.
What a beauty. I mean, she has aged so gracefully. She's not overly done. She just looks age appropriate. The styling was great. She looked like a woman in her late 50s. It's I read something recently, and it said something about, instead of focusing on aging gracefully, focus on aging gratefully. And I just thought this was the epitome of that. She just looks so great.
Yeah, she's really just beautiful. Yeah, so they head to the pub. They run into Daisy, who has a little flower cart. They buy some tulips. I'm like, okay, the cute little cottage, the flower cart, they're heading to the pub. Like, this sounds like my kind of trip. I was thinking the whole time, like, maybe we should go take mom to Ireland. So fun.
Let's do it.
I've got a credit card. Let's do it.
Go. So they are playing pool when Fiona is bumped into by Liam. And how dare he bump into her? She really makes quite a fuss about this. I thought her reaction was a little over the top. She was pretty aggressive about it. It was a little bit reminiscent of A Greek Recipe for Romance when she like bites his head off for parking his moped.
Yeah.
I was just like, is it that big of a deal? I could have just been like, oh, sorry. No problem. That's okay. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they get into it and it does become very playful. And she ends up showing off her dart throwing skills and coins the nickname Dart Dancer because she incorporates a little ballet twirl into her dart throwing. And I thought that was really
very
cute.
fancy.
Another thing that happens on this day is that twice by two different people, she is told fortune favors the curious foot. And then she goes on to find a lucky penny. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if you go to a small town in Ireland like that, do people really talk like that? Do they really?
Yeah, there were a lot of little cliches. I want a curious foot.
I want a strange old man to come up to me and be like, fortune favors the curious foot.
I'm going to be like,
leprechaun.
what does that mean?
I have a feeling it's like the Ainsley McGregor movie we watched where they had every Southern Texas reference you could possibly imagine. I have a feeling it's like that.
Yeah, it could be. So the next day they are going to go horseback riding, but they get there and the guy's like, oh, there's two of you. I only have one horse. So Fiona sends her mom off to go horseback riding by herself, which her mom's fine with. I must say, I'd be like, let's not do it then, because I don't like to do anything by myself or I get awkward and uncomfortable. But Fiona decides to take that opportunity to go out and start looking for answers about her birth grandmother. And she goes to the post office. Is that what it was? I was having a hard time figuring that out. Was it the post office that she was trying to find the address from the envelope, but the postmaster was out? I couldn't figure out if it was like a post office or a shop of some kind. Anyway, the shopkeeper was out that day, and she's told that there's a gentleman that helps out when she isn't around. And surprise, surprise, guess who it is?
Lo and behold,
it's Liam.
Who is
Liam, the bartender, the guy that had the audacity to bump into her when they were playing pool. But she ends up spending the afternoon with Liam, and we find out that he is a widow. Is it widow or widower?
Widower.
He is a widower. They begin to get to know each other. He encourages her to continue to look for luck, even though she's certain that luck just isn't in the cards for her.
I was trying to figure out how tall he is. I just looked it up because she looks so tiny next to him. She's 5'2" and he's 6'2", so there's a good foot between them.
An entire foot.
Yeah, wow. and they didn't seem to put heels on her to compensate for that because they were running around the Irish countryside. So yeah, she's pretty tiny.
She's tiny.
And he's pretty tall. Yeah.
This is another situation where I thought, why does his wife have to be dead? Can we get a divorce here, people? Isn't
there like, 3 out of 4
divorced?
Weddings end in divorce anyway, so we could see a few more of those. It's always got to be this sad,
why
sad
does everybody's
story.
wife have to die? I don't understand.
I don't know. But
it's more
I
heartfelt.
did like how he was like, I don't know, I thought it was kind of character building because we see him like struggling with, is he ready to move on yet? Is he not? And he was very like emotional, and he was very like sweet and respectful in the way he talks about her. And so I don't know. I thought it worked.
It was the Danny Tanner effect.
It was the Danny Tanner effect.
Yeah, because there's a difference between I got a divorce and now I'm bitter and I don't want to move on.
Right.
Versus.
And now, because we got divorced, this person has disappeared for infinity. Because I feel like that's what always happens. I'm like, what about your custody agreement?
You have a kid.
They're like, nope, I'm at peace. I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, okay. Okay, so let's see. Where are we? We found out he's a widower. They get along. I really liked how it was a pretty quick turnaround from that initial like little scuffle at the bar. It turned playful very quickly, and they really started to encourage each other and get to know each other. And I thought that was really sweet. And he tells her that Lady Luck is just waiting for the big one. And this is probably another one of those. Maybe if you live in Ireland, you're rolling your eyes, but I thought it was cute.
When I hear Lady Luck, though, I think of Vegas. I don't think of
rolling
Ireland.
the dice. But yeah, still talking about luck, I guess.
Yeah.
So then they visit the wishing tree, where Liam encourages Fiona to make a wish and tie a ribbon to the tree. And he just happened to have a nice green ribbon in his pocket because he keeps it with him in case, you need a wish. And she wishes that she has better luck. And then what happens?
She breaks the tree.
The entire branch breaks off.
She's got this whole Charlie Brown thing going on.
Oh, man. Poor Fiona. Can you imagine making a wish like that and then the entire branch breaks off?
It's like, definitely not. No.
Yeah, I'm just going to run away. I ruined the wishing tree. Oh, it's so sad. So, anyway, Liam does end up helping her look up the birth grandmother, and they are able to find her place of employment, which happens to be as a tour guide at a British manor, which is British manor.
British?
Irish manor.
Irish?
Hello.
I was like, there's a British man out there?
An Irish manor. And so instead of telling her mom the information that she found, she just books a tour at this manor, which I thought was a little sneaky.
She kind of ambushed her a little bit.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know about that. So they ditched the tour group because they're like chatting and laughing, and they keep getting the shushes from people, which made me laugh. It reminded me of you and Nana, Mom. I was like, this would totally be Nana and my mom on a tour getting shushed,
giggling, getting kicked out.
Yes. So they ditch the tour group, decide to explore on their own, and Helen starts to notice that Fiona is moving very quickly and acting as if she is searching for something or someone, until she finds an elderly tour guide who she thinks is probably her, lets her mom in on the secret, and Helen bolts out the door because, hello.
She wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Right. I did really like, though, that didn't turn into like a big fight.
How dare you?
Yeah. Right. She just went outside. It was too much for her. Fiona came after her, apologized. They hugged. They talked it out, like, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be like, I'm going back home to America.
Yeah.
You Exactly. So then they end up going to a party. I can't remember. They called it something fancy. And I can't remember what it was.
Kaylee. A Kaylee?
The Kaylee?
I think it's called a Kaylee.
Something. I'll go with that. Sure. They go to the Kaylee. And this party looked so fun. There was a potato peeling contest. There was dancing. There was delicious food. Helen is trying to encourage Fiona to get closer with Liam, who keeps giving her googly eyes. They end up dancing together. And I loved this whole development of this relationship. I just thought it was really sweet. It seemed really authentic. They seemed to have really good chemistry. And then I loved when Fiona ended up giving a ballet lesson to the young girls that were at the party. One of them, she discovers, is Liam's daughter. So not only is he a widower, but he is also a father. So she's learning more about him. And it was really fun to see Fiona and his daughter's, I should have wrote down her name.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
His daughter's relationship. I thought that was fun to see that develop too. You're really sweet.
Okay, I looked up a Kaylee. It's a Scottish and Irish word that refers to a social gathering that typically includes dancing and live music. Comes from the Gaelic word for party or gathering. So there you go.
Okay. Kaylee. There you go. They went to the Kaylee. I want to go to a Kaylee. That's fun.
It's not funny that we just interviewed Kaylee.
And she knows that that's what that means.
Could you guys win a potato peeling contest?
No, absolutely not.
I'm slow and steady because I don't want to cut my finger.
Yeah.
There's no way. That one kid that won, he was fast.
Yeah, Bumpa would. He peeled a lot of potatoes in the service, and
that's true.
He worked in the kitchen. So yeah, he's very fast.
He's speedy. He's speedy with potato peeling and sharpening knives.
Oh yes.
I remember watching him sharpen knives, and it freaked me out.
Yeah,
so fast.
I'm so slow. I'm like,
I know. I'm like, is this doing anything?
Sounds like I'm making my own knife instead of sharpening it.
Forged in the fire. So during the party, Liam goes to get some more kegs, and Fiona goes with him. She's holding the door. He goes in to get the keg. She steps in to help him, and the door shuts behind her. You know, the door only opens from the outside. What kind of a storage room only opens from the outside? How often do you go into a storage room by yourself to grab something?
A lot, probably.
So you're there forever till somebody comes along.
And wouldn't you warn the person, like, this storage room will lock behind you?
Right. This is why I'm asking you to hold the door. Yeah. It actually reminded me of, there is a movie, darn it, what's it called? It's really freaky. It's actually not the kind of movie that I usually watch, but I bet you guys would like it. Oh gosh, what's it called? It's about this woman. She's a single mom and she has a pantry like that where it's like a really old really old farmhouse. And there is a storage room pantry in her kitchen that if she doesn't hold it open, it'll slam behind her and it'll get stuck and she can't get out. And so her kids are in the house, little kids, and she goes in to grab something and loses her footing and it shuts and she's stuck in the pantry and her kids are out in the house. And it's really freaky. Her like ex comes back to the house and she can't get out and her kids are out there and it like makes me feel icky even just describing it to you. It really is a good movie, but it's scary. So anyway,
I would just like to note that she should get her door fixed.
I would
that's
agree with that. I would
take the door off.
Take the door off the hinge. Why do we need a door?
Yeah. It's fine. Let's take it off.
Anyway.
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
But
pretty sure I would turn into like a superhero with super strength and
I would just kick that door down.
Kick the door down.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, she tries in the movie, but it's a wooden door. I don't know. Anyway, different movie. I digress. I don't even remember what it's called. Okay. So they're stuck.
Is it called Shut In?
Yes, that's what it is. Yep. Shut In. Okay. So they are stuck in the storage room and it actually turns out to be really cute because they're chatting with each other and it's, daytime. It's not stormy. It's like, it's
not a walk-in freezer.
And while they're in there, she discovers Liam's stash of his own
microbrews, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
His own microbrews that he's been working on, but he doesn't share with anyone. He doesn't sell at the bar he owns. He just makes them for fun. And she's encouraging him to share them and sell them in his bar. And he's just like, I don't really think that's something people will like. Which at first I was like, you own a bar and you make beer. Why wouldn't people like it?
And the names were very clever. I didn't write any down, of course, but they were very clever names for these brews.
I didn't write them down either, but I agree.
So you better watch the movie and you can find out.
You gotta watch it to find out what these beers are called.
I was making dinner while I was watching this, and the first time she said you have to share your brews, I was like, his brews? What?
I heard that too.
Is he hurt? Then I was like,
why would you share that?
To tell someone what happened to you. This movie took a turn.
Gosh.
So Fiona ends up asking Liam to show her the ways to find luck because he told her there are ways to find luck all over the island. And he's hesitant at first. I think he's feeling some discomfort because of the loss of his wife. He's like, I don't know if I should be spending all this time with this woman. But he decides with the encouragement of his buddies, who I just love.
Norman. Yeah.
Norman just is great. A treasure. He's always at the bar.
Yeah.
But he always has so much wisdom and just is
sage advice.
Yes.
Everybody needs a Norman in their life.
Everybody needs a Norman. Can we get a t-shirt that says that? So the next day they go ahead and start their luck finding journey. And during this time, Helen goes on her own journey to meet her birth mother. And this is where we see the stories kind of split off into their own individual paths, which I thought they did really beautifully. I really liked the way they did that. So they go on to do all kinds of crazy things, trying to find luck for Fiona. They throw a piece of coal on a boat while the owner is on it. She ends up hitting him. So it didn't turn out very well.
Is that really a
I don't know, but I kind of want to go to Ireland and just throw a piece of coal at someone and see what they say.
Will that end badly or?
Yeah,
we'll see.
That guy didn't seem too happy about it.
No, he sure didn't. They also search for four-leaf clovers. They play a tin whistle, which I am all too familiar with from our homeschool co-op. We spend 6 weeks learning to play the tin whistle, and it is the bane of my existence.
I got to hear one of those because you were talking about how it's similar to a recorder, and the recorder.
Yeah, it's like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I still hear that same song in my dreams.
hot cross buns.
On the flutophone. Yeah.
No, it's not that too hot cross buns, but it was do 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 do.
Oh, I think we played that at 5th grade graduation.
I think so.
Yes, this year we learned Twinkle Twinkle Little Star
Oh.
and Silent Night. And I don't know that I would have known that was the song that was playing unless someone told me.
Yeah, because there was one year, it might have been Hallie or Ava's, where they played Star Wars. And we were like, is it Star Wars?
The Star Wars?
They're saying it's Star Wars, but I think it's hot cross buns.
Yeah.
The school stretched their budget this year and bought the good sheet music. Gosh.
Yeah, Finley will gladly play the tin whistle for you, Mom, anytime.
Okay.
And Ashby really enjoys it as well. And
Nice.
next year he will be in a classroom, so he will actually get to participate in the 6
In
weeks
all
of
its
tin
glory.
whistle
That's
and the
great.
practicing at home.
Can't wait.
Yes. Yeah. That's my favorite. It's over now till next year. So sayonara. Okay, so they end up at a lighthouse. Liam and Fiona are sharing stories. We see their relationship continuing to grow. When they return, I believe it's Norman that says to Liam that he has lovey eyes as big as saucer.
Yeah. And
I think it's so cute.
the landscape was so beautiful, and I loved all the fashion. They really focused on a lot of green, which was a nod to Ireland. Her green printed dress, the belted dress, I thought was beautiful. I
Yes.
love the touch of color with the different berets that she wore, how they would kind of have her outfit complement Liam's outfit. It just all worked really well together. I thought that was that was great.
I loved that dress, and I looked it up and actually found it. So if you want the cute belted green dress, you can get it somewhere. Oh, it's called the Alex dress. It's by Hobbs London. It was originally $315, but it is currently on sale for 20% off as of January 2025. So you can get it for $176 on the Hobbs London website. So
Just in time for St. Patrick's Day.
that's more than 20% off.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, they have a 20% off sale going, and the Alex dress is marked down to $176. I homeschool my kids. I teach math. Anyways, yes, I totally agreed. I loved the fashion, but that dress was really cute.
Really cute.
Okay. So while their love is blossoming in the lighthouse, Helen goes to meet MJ, her mother, but she doesn't tell her who she is right away. She gives her the name of Heather, and she just starts spending time with her, and they just start to build a friendship and hang out with each other, and they're like working on costumes for the manor, and they're refurbishing furniture and just hanging out as ladies together. And I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, she's going to be deceitful, but I liked the way it played out because they genuinely got to know one another without this other thing getting in the way and having to feel like you have to act a certain way or say certain things. It just was all very organic, and yeah, it was very sweet development.
Yeah, she got to know her as a person before, you know, she even realized that she was her mother. It was just this really sweet friendship. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. And during this time, Fiona discovers that of course there is, because, you know, it's Hallmark. Yes. There is an empty dance studio for sale
that she just wanders into.
She just walks in, very trusting.
They don't lock doors in Ireland.
Yes.
But she, you know, she's been a ballerina forever. She's been trying to get all of these dream roles, and nothing's been working out for her. And she finds this dance studio, and it kind of links back to when she was giving the ballet lesson at the party, the Kaylee. So that something just kind of clicks for her there. And then we have a really well done montage of Fiona and Liam, as well as MJ and Helen. And I just have to give props when I see a well done montage, because there are many montages we have seen that make me want to crawl into a hole and never watch the movie again. But this montage was very well done. And then we find Helen and MJ working on the furniture together, and Helen decides to finally reveal who she really is. And they have this tearful reunion, and it's very sweet.
Oh,
And
I don't know about you guys, but I teared up. It was
Oh,
very
yeah.
sweet.
Oh, yeah.
It was very sweet. There was no like, why didn't you tell me who you were? Or why didn't you reach out? Or, there was no Lifetime drama. It was just very, very sweet. And I felt like
their emotion was great too. I mean, they both teared up. It didn't look like forced acting tears or anything. It was a really emotional moment. I just thought it was really beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yep, totally. It was really sweet. And I felt like that was kind of the theme of this movie, is all of these relationships. I didn't ever really feel like there was unnecessary nastiness or anything like that. It was just, everything was very, very sweet. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. After their tearful reunion, Liam ends up giving Fiona his favorite book, which is Anne of Green Gables. Never have I ever met a man who said that Anne of Green Gables is their favorite book, and it just made me love him more. I've never actually read that. Have you guys read that book?
No.
But now I know what it's about, to be honest.
And
I know there's lots of references. Yeah. What is a Green Gable? Is it on the house? Is it on the fence? There's lots of movies that refer to that book, but I've actually never read it. I've never seen any movie adaptation of it.
No idea.
I'm not in the loop.
I feel like that's kind of a crime as a homeschool mom to not have ever read Anne of Green Gables.
I'll have to add that to my 2025 to read list.
Your reading list. Yes, me too. Inside the book that he gives her is a 4-leaf clover, which was a very nice little touch. And they finally share their first kiss. It was very sweet. There I go, saying that again, but it just was. That's just how I can describe it. Shortly after, though, of course, Fiona gets a call from the dance company that they want her to come in and play the lead role for Giselle, which is the ballet that she has been dreaming of being in for years and years. And she has to leave in the morning in order to be in this ballet. And I mean, she's just on vacation in Ireland. So she gets her dream job. It's not surprising to me that she would just get up and go in the morning.
Yeah. But what she's been working for all her life.
Right. Exactly. All her life she's been working for this. She's been in Ireland for what, a week?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think
something like that. So she tells Liam goodbye, and he says, of all the pubs in Ireland, I'm glad it was mine you came twirling through. And that was my favorite line of the whole dang
so
movie.
Yeah.
Really sweet. They
Well,
did.
that
And
was-
again, go ahead.
Wasn't that a reference to her favorite book? Right. What was her favorite book again?
I don't know.
Because there's that line from Casablanca of all the gin joints or whatever.
Is it?
So that's what I thought it was.
Maybe I'm getting
like
it confused then. Never mind.
But I don't know.
I'm
Maybe.
wrong.
I'll just have to watch it again.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. But I really enjoyed that it didn't turn into a blow up fight. It was like he was very kind and said that romantic line, and it makes you almost want them to reconcile more, because it's like, these belong together. They're so sweet. And Liam's daughter is the one that encourages Liam to fight for her and ask her to stay. And so they rush to the airport to stop her. And they don't find her. But Fiona, unbeknownst to them, has turned around and is headed back to town to the auction to try to get the ballet studio. She's had a moment of revelation in the car.
Yes. And because sometimes when these moments happen, it makes me mad. It's like, she is pursuing her dream and she really wants this. And now you're going to ask her to stay. How selfish of you. But it didn't feel that way in this movie, because I think he really got the sense that she was conflicted and her heart was really in Ireland and she really wanted to stay. So it didn't feel like she's going to drop everything for this guy. She really wanted to be there.
Now, realistically, are you going to buy a business in a country that you've been in for 5 days?
No.
Probably
not.
Even do that? Is that legal? I mean,
you can own a business there. I don't think you can just move there if you feel like it.
But she did say that you can get dual
citizenship.
citizenship if your grandparent is Irish.
Oh,
So
right.
because of her grandmother. But that's a process, man. That's not like, oh, just sign on the dotted line.
Yeah, no, that's going to take you 2 years to get that.
Yeah, no. And plus, it's a grandmother who had put her mom up for adoption. So that's probably going to add another little.
You have to prove you're related.
Yeah. And when she was initially talking about purchasing the dance studio, and she was talking with this woman that she had befriended there, I forget her name.
Daisy.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, well, I'm a small business owner. I'll get you sorted. I'm like, what?
She has a flower cart.
You're just going to get her money to buy this building? Different. What are you talking about?
Have you done your research? Is there enough people in this village to support the business? Are there enough people who want to
employed, struggling ballerina? How is she going to buy an entire building?
Yeah, who lives with her parents,
right?
And you suspend your disbelief.
It's not like MJ has a ton of money to help her out either. She's a tour guide.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe she's some sort of an Irish heiress or something. We don't know. Maybe there's a backstory there.
She's just a tour guide for fun.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be Love of the Emily Irish Gilmore too when we find out about the castle that they secretly own. So and like you were saying, Mom, I did appreciate how she wasn't just coming back for him. She was coming back because she realized that her heart was really with teaching dance to these young girls, and she wanted to start the studio. So yes, she fell in love. She wanted to be with this man, but she wasn't dropping everything just for him. She also had her own aspirations that she wasn't forgetting about. So she ends up heading back. Auction has already happened. Building's already sold. She's sad. But never fear, MJ and Helen are not going to let her give up so easily. And they search for the buyer and help her track him down, who just happens to be the boat captain that she smacked with a lump of coal when she was trying to find her luck. She talks him into letting her rent out the space and open her dance studio, which is a much better plan financially, I do believe, for her anyways.
Yeah.
He agrees immediately. No references needed, nothing. They're good. They're good to go. So that worked out. And then she randomly finds Liam at the beach, tells him she's going to stay. They kiss. She's going to become a dual citizen. And I wrote, all this happened over a week.
Yeah. When you know,
and Liam starts selling his custom beer, and they all live happily ever after.
Yes.
The end.
When she's talking to Daisy, though, about buying the building, and Daisy says how she really wants a friend who knows the value of a well-placed Taylor Swift reference. And I was like, nobody in this village knows who Taylor Swift is.
Right? Isn't she famous everywhere? It's just because she's from the U.S.
But it was funny because she made that reference, and I was thinking right before that, they played the song called Irish Eyes, and it reminded me of a Taylor Swift song, the lyrics. And I looked it up. It's by Rose Betts, and I thought it was a great song. I thought the whole soundtrack for this movie was really good.
I agree. Yeah, it wasn't your typical just like instrumental Hallmarky background music. It was good. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Yep. So that is Love of the Irish. I really enjoyed this movie. I loved that like you said before, Jessica, the ages of the actors in the cast were appropriate for their role. That they all had Irish roots. I just thought the casting was really well done. The chemistry was great between mother-daughter, between Liam and Fiona. Just really, really well done casting.
Yep, I agree.
This movie actually was filmed on location in County Cork, Ireland. It was filmed in late October, early November. This is the largest and southernmost county of Ireland, and it's named after the city of Cork, which is the state's second largest city. It is known as the Rebel County because of the people's support of Perkin Warbeck, who tried and failed to claim the English throne back in 1491. It's also known for its breathtaking views, peninsulas, and all of its history. The other thing I thought was really cool is that within County Cork is the Blarney Castle and the Blarney Stone, and you can still kiss the Blarney Stone today You have to climb down a long set of stairs, lie down, and hold onto these bars and kiss it upside down.
I've seen that. Yeah. I
I've
think I
seen
just blow a
videos.
kiss, maybe. I don't want to put my lips on that.
It's probably a lot of germs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No thanks.
The
Like the
Irish
gum wall in Seattle.
Oh God, it's so disgusting. I don't even want to walk down that alley. That's nasty. The Irish Manor that MJ is a tour guide at is a real Irish mansion. It was built in 1700. And Shenae Grimes-Beech, after they were done filming there for the day, she posted on her Instagram that if she's at an Irish manor, she's gonna make the most of it. And she got all dressed up, and her husband was on location with her, Josh Beach, and she had him do a little photo shoot for her so she could look like this like rich and famous, I don't know, Irish mansion owner. It was really cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the whole movie made me want to visit Ireland. I thought Shenae Grimes-Beech did a great job. I thought all the cast did a great job. I discovered that Shenae Grimes-Beech and her husband, Josh Beach, they actually have their own clothing company, Two Halves. Have you guys heard of that before?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's really cool. They said it's rooted in their love for one another as well as their love for rock and roll. This company puts out some really cool graphic tees, denim jackets, sweats, accessories, and they even had an ugly Christmas sweater this year. So if you want to check it out, it's wearetwohalves.com.
Okay.
Or they're on Instagram, We Are Two Halves. Really, really cute stuff. So,
you know what was interesting?
I mean, the number 2 or spelled out?
PWO.
Okay.
I follow Shenae Grimes-Beech on Instagram, and I think it was yesterday or the day before, she posted a reel about her having to change her hair color for this movie because typically her hair is half blonde and half dark. And if you get a chance to read the post, it was very interesting. It was like a reflection on how, as she's become more comfortable with her true self, that it's harder to make the transformation to a character because it doesn't feel like her anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just talking about like when she was younger, that it was easier because she's trying to escape who she was, and now she doesn't need to and doesn't necessarily want to, and that she's still really grateful to act and to be in this business, but that it's like an interesting kind of place in her life to be in. So I thought that was really compelling. So
yeah, that's really beautiful.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm sure she's probably back to her normal hair now, or normal for her. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I love her little bob though. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yes.
I felt like the bangs were a little short. Like I would have loved to see a little, maybe a side swept bang or something. They were almost like baby bangs, you know, that cut your own hair when you're 3. Not not that they were crooked or anything. They were just very short. There's a picture of my mom that I think she must have cut her own hair. So then they had to go in and cut them very short. So very short bangs. But yeah, they were a little short for my liking, but she's adorable and I like the bob.
All right. Well, should we play a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it this or that?
No. Yeah. We are going to
You guys are
play
putting the pressure on. I got to figure out different things.
We're going to play a little Ireland trivia.
Oh, fun.
Yes. So this trivia quiz is actually taken from Britannica.com. So if you want to take the entire Ireland trivia quiz, you can go to Britannica.com and check it out. But we're going to do the mini version for today's episode. Yeah.
Okay.
There were some questions on there. I was like, there is not a chance in hell that any of us are going to know this. So we're going to skip that one. So
the answer is green.
Number 1. The answer is green. Leprechaun. Shamrock.
Lucky Charm.
Lucky Charm. Irish Spring.
Pot of gold. I'm sorry, Ireland. These are my stereotypes.
Silly Americans.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Number 1, Ireland is the only country to have a musical instrument as one of its official symbols. What is it? I will give you some options.
The tin whistle.
No, that should be an option, though. The bagpipe, the fiddle, the harp, or the bugle?
Fiddle.
The bagpipe, the fiddle, the
Harp or bugle?
I'm gonna go with the bugle.
You're both wrong. It's the harp.
I almost said that. Go with your first answer. Go with your first answer.
I don't think of a harp when I think of Ireland.
I don't either. I was very surprised by that.
Yeah.
Because bagpipes are Scottish, right?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, number 2. St. Patrick is reputed to have driven what animals out of Ireland? I was looking at the wrong page. I was like, where's the answer? I don't remember.
Liger.
Okay. Dragons, wolves, spiders, or snakes?
Wolves.
Dragon.
You're both wrong. Snakes.
There's no
Green.
snakes in Ireland?
I don't know. Ask St. Patrick. Are there snakes in Ireland? There are no snakes in Ireland. They have never been native to the island due to its separation from the mainland after the last ice age. The legend of St. Patrick banishing snakes is symbolic rather than factual. Okay, AI, whatever. I like the other story better.
When you said there are no snakes in Ireland, it reminded me of there
are
are
no
no cats in America.
And the streets are lined with cheese. Is that how it goes?
They're paved with cheese.
Okay, with cheese.
All right.
We're doing
Here we
so
go.
well.
We're doing really well. We know our Irish history. Okay. The Blarney Stone at Ireland's Blarney Castle is said to confer what gift on those who kiss it? Is it fresh breath, long life, eloquence, or good luck?
Well, you kiss it for
Long
luck,
life.
don't you?
What?
Fresh breath.
It's eloquence. It's
Yeah.
supposed to give you the gift of gab.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I never knew that either.
Well, I
But
know a few people
what?
who should not go there then.
yeah, it gives the kisser the gift of gab, the ability to speak well and with ease, flattering others.
Oh, okay. Eloquence, not
Okay.
just you talk all the time.
Yeah.
Blah,
I think
blah,
I'd
blah.
rather have fresh breath.
And I have fresh breath for life, even when I eat garlic.
I always thought you kiss it for luck, but okay.
No.
Eloquence.
It's eloquence.
Kiss
I
the
would like to
Blarney
be
Stone for
eloquent.
eloquence.
You already are. You don't need to kiss that dirty stone.
Yeah. I just don't know my Irish history. And we have some Irish in us.
We do. We
Yeah.
have a little bit. Sorry. Great
Clearly not on
grandfather, whoever you are. Okay. Which of these is commonly known in Ireland as the black stuff? Is it money, Guinness, blood sausage, or asphalt?
Blood sausage.
blood sausage.
Both wrong again.
Cool.
It's Guinness.
Oh, I
Wow.
almost said that too. Why don't you go with your first answer?
This is
Women,
fun.
listen to your intuition for you.
Fun. You guys are stupid.
Oh, we're supposed to get right answers. Okay, I was going
To
for
be fair, I have the answers in front of me. So
I thought this was like golf where we want to get the least amount of points.
okay, you guys will get this one. Okay.
Oh, no.
For
Okay.
sure.
What color does a leprechaun wear?
Okay. A blight on what crop caused a severe decline in Ireland's
Potato.
population in 18...
Potato.
You didn't even need the multiple choice. Good job.
That's the potato
Ooh,
famine.
I
which is
redeemed
Not
myself.
funny,
Very
and that shouldn't be laughing.
Little known
Potato
piece
famine.
of history. Okay.
Oh.
The orange in the national flag of Ireland represents what?
the leprechaun's
Protestants?
hair. Oh no,
Yes.
the wheeze laughing has started.
That's what it is. That's where Oompa Loompas got their look.
This. Like, you guys are racist.
I guess
Okay.
leprechauns, they're not real.
He's pretty compelling.
On in this movie.
Okay,
Poopy.
all right. What was the question?
Okay. You guys, take this seriously. What's wrong with you?
Okay,
The
It's for
orange in the
all the
national
menu.
flag of Ireland represents what? Protestants, sunrise, abundant harvest, or financial prosperity?
I'm gonna go with abundant harvest. We were wrong
No.
again.
Protestants.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
orange?
know. I have no explanation.
Do you have to like orange to be a
They
Protestant?
wear too much bronzer. Don't know.
Okay.
Okay, last question. You guys, this is for
Thank
all
God.
the potatoes.
Okay.
You're gonna get it wrong. Okay.
Give us the
If
answer.
you accept an offer of box tea at a pub, what are you most likely to do? Fight, eat, dance, or kiss?
Dance.
Dance after
No.
you kiss.
And eat after you
Eat
fought.
is the correct answer. Box tea is a traditional Irish potato pancake made of leftover mashed potato and grated raw potato. So it sounds kind of gross, but it's just
Raw
my opinion.
potato.
But they cook the raw potato, right? You don't have to eat it raw.
Well, I don't know. It's leftover mashed potato and grated raw potato, but I guess you have to cook a pancake, so
Yeah. Okay.
sounds like a
potato
chunky
pancake.
pancake. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Chunky mashed
Okay,
potato.
I'm done with
Box tea.
this.
Okay.
That was it.
So we got
Nobody
every
wins.
answer wrong.
Except for one, you both got right. So you tie for winner and
Yeah.
loser.
Okay. All right.
So
yeah. So
good job. You're the worst and the best.
Great.
To our Irish
We
listeners,
are great.
I am sorry.
We apologize.
I don't think we've had anybody listen from Ireland yet.
Nor will
Oh.
we.
Well, I don't think this is going to help.
Someone from New Zealand listened the other day, I saw.
Oh.
If that was you, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any
Okay.
Hallmark movies made in New Zealand?
I
don't
think
know.
so.
I know they film a lot of movies
Lord of the
there.
Rings was filmed in New Zealand. That's
Don't
not
think that was a Hallmark,
Hallmark,
film.
but I do like it. Okay,
All
we're
right.
going to rate the film, and we're
Okay.
going to rate it with 4-leaf clovers.
Okay.
So go ahead and do it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still recovering from my laugh attack.
Okay.
Put my glasses back on.
I really liked this movie. I thought it was super cute. I enjoyed the premise, like we talked about, the parallel storylines. I liked those. The styling was great. I thought we saw enough of the countryside, enough of the buildings to make you really feel like you were in Ireland. I know we've seen some movies where they've gone on location and filmed, and it hasn't really felt like they were on location. So I liked that. The only thing that I really didn't care for about this movie was the final scene where she's just standing outside the ballet studio and she says, "Remember, don't pirouette in the street." And then it's just over.
Yeah,
And
it was very abrupt.
yeah, I didn't love that ending. I would have liked to see something else. I don't know, maybe her walking back in with Liam and the daughter back into the studio together or something. I thought there was going to be a continuation and it was just, nope, that's the end. So I'm going to give this movie a 4.25.
Okay.
4-leaf clovers. So,
So
maybe
maybe
one of them is
4.
unlucky.
Yeah, one of them is missing a leaf.
Yes. So,
I was
one
going to
of
say
them,
missing a clover, but that doesn't make
one of
sense.
them is missing 3 leaves, right? Because I'm giving them a quarter,
Yes.
4.25. So
My
yes.
math skills again.
4 lucky
Yes.
ones and 1 not so
Leaf.
lucky. 1 leaf,
Okay.
just a leaf.
All right. Well, I really enjoyed this movie. Like I said in the beginning, I was in the middle of taking down Christmas stuff and I found myself stopping to really sit and watch it. I agree. The scenery was beautiful. There was enough of it. You really got a sense that they were in Ireland. I loved all the little Irish isms and the little nuggets of advice that the community dispelled on Fiona. The relationship between Liam and Fiona, despite their initial hesitation, it moved very quickly, as they do in all these kinds of movies because of the time frame. It felt like it moved a little bit faster just because there were 2 separate storylines going on at once, so they had to give ample time to each one. So I would have liked to see a little bit more character development on both of those storylines, but just simply because of time, they probably couldn't. But overall, I thought it was great. I would definitely watch it again if it was on. I don't know that I'd seek it out if I was looking for a movie, but if it was on, I'd definitely stop and watch. So with that, I'm going to give it 4 4-leaf clovers.
All right. Well, I too am going to give this movie 4-leaf clovers. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was romantic. I loved all the characters, their relationships, how they developed. Yeah, I thought it was a really sweet, heartwarming film, and I thought they did a really good job. I loved the scenery. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one, and I would definitely watch it again. So I'm going to give it 4 4-leaf clovers. This one is a win. Good job on the winter escape so far.
I was going to say, it's good to start out the new season with one that we really like rather than, oh, this is going to set the tone for the next several. But no, I really, really enjoyed it.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, next week we are talking about polar opposites. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I have not really done a lot of research on it other than it's starring Rhiannon Fish and Markian. Don't know how to pronounce his last name. Tarasiuk? I don't know.
Sure. Yep.
Tarasiuk. However you want to pronounce that, but I'm looking forward to it. And that will be our next.
I know how much you guys didn't like When Hope Blooms, When Spring Blooms. Can't remember what it was called.
And it's nothing against Rhiannon Fish. I do like her.
That movie. Yes, love Rhiannon Fish.
It's just not the movie for me, but I'm hoping with the appropriate amount of montages done well, this one will hit the mark for me.
And I am hoping you will watch that movie again and think, wow, what was I thinking? This movie is wonderful.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I would give it a whirl.
No. I'm not going to watch that one again, but thanks for the suggestion.
Fine.
If you watch Elevator Girl again.
Oh, God, never. I'm sorry, Lacey Chabert. You can't.
Okay, so that one is my Elevator Girl. I just can't.
Which one would you rather watch?
Elevator Girl.
No, you would not. You lie.
Only because I could laugh at it, and I love Lacey Chabert. And I feel like it deserves another watch just because, remember we were talking about that, Jess, and you were saying you felt like the music was canned in over the top of the dialogue. It just seems like it might have been.
Maybe
there was a whole lot of music
because we did have to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, so
there's
I'd like
reason
to see
that movie is not on Hallmark Plus, guys. They're trying to bury it.
That's true.
It never existed.
Cover it
The
with
polar
bad music.
opposites should be great.
Yes.
Yeah, we're very excited about the next one.
And Lacey Chabert has a Valentine movie that is going to be out by the time this episode comes out. So I'm sure we will have watched that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Excited for that one.
You know what's going to be weird is one day when all of the current really popular actresses are playing the role of the meddling grandmother. That's going to be weird.
Yeah. It won't be far from now.
I know.
No. And Kaylee in our last episode was talking about working with Andie MacDowell was one of her favorite Hallmark celebrities to work with. And, I've seen her since the 80s when she was a younger woman, and she just continues to kill it. And she is, it's nice to hear that she's just as nice in person as she seems on screen. And man, I started watching The Way Home again.
Did you? I haven't started yet.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this season. Yeah.
I'm halfway through season 2.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Good.
And that's my next episode is dedicated to The Way Home. So get caught up, guys, because we're going to talk about it.
For sure.
Okay.
So
we
good.
have time. It's 6 weeks from now or something.
Okay.
That's an entire season, Jessica. I haven't watched it. But those are coming out weekly, right? They didn't drop the whole season.
No.
Okay. Just like when we watched the first episode of When Calls the Heart, I was like, oh man,
I don't get to watch more.
I can't watch the next one yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I was like, ooh, that went by fast, that episode. It was really quick. Anyways.
But here's a little tidbit for you. Well, by the time this airs, we will have already gone, but I'm taking my girls to Hope Valley in a couple weeks. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited
when
for
are
you.
You going?
We are going January 19th.
Oh, very soon.
So, yeah, very soon.
10 days.
So we get to go on a tour of the whole Hope Valley set. We get to see the schoolhouse and the Queen of Hearts and the Mercantile and all the things.
Oh my gosh.
So definitely
excited.
take
And
photos
while we're
and
there,
videos. Get the girls' reaction on video.
While we're there, we're going to hit up Aurora Coffee Roasters for sure.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
please.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm very excited. We're gonna have a great time.
Fun. Cannot
Good,
wait
good.
to hear
Yes.
all about it. Are you guys dressing in period garb?
I actually said to Finley last night, because she has this little dress that she just got at a thrift store that reminds her of May from When Calls the Heart. And so she calls it her When Calls the Heart dress. And I was like, are you going to wear that? But it's sleeveless. And so it's going to be a little cold for that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
A little bit chilly.
So,
Yeah.
but they have like a little gift shop with all kinds of merch that we will
fun.
surely spend too much money in. And
Oh, yeah.
they have it's a whole farm. It's McInnes Farm. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. MACINNES. And they have a whole, like, you can go get food. They do all kinds of stuff there. So
Cool.
very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I am only on season 2 of When Calls the Heart, and it's another one of those suspend your disbelief, because I love the costuming, but it's not really period costuming, and the hair for sure. The long flowing hair. I'm like, because I have that creepy picture of my great grandmother that you girls never wanted me to hang up on her wedding day, and she's got the high collared blouse on with the cameo pin at her neck, and her hair is definitely the poofy bun, which was more typical at that time. They didn't have long flowing hair back then, but it's fine.
Maybe in Hope Valley they did.
Maybe they're more casual in Hope Valley. But I did read something that somebody was talking about the styling, and they were saying, the women didn't wear their hair down like that, but the guys all look like they walked out of a Macy's catalog with the jeans and the flannel button-ups.
Yes, they're all, or in their suits. Yeah, but they do repeat clothes, which I appreciate.
Yes,
I do too.
Over seasons, they do.
Yes,
oh,
which
they do.
would make sense. They weren't out buying 50 different outfits.
No.
I mean, in Hope Valley, they weren't buying anything. They were making it themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Although, I mean, those outfits are fitted very well. I don't know that they're actually
they are.
it.
I swear every episode, one of my girls says, is her waist really that tiny?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the shape,
Erin
right?
Keiko.
It's the shape of the outfit that creates that tiny waist. Yeah.
Yeah. I need you to catch up, Mom, because every time you say something, I want to respond, and then I'm like, ooh,
don't give it away.
Right.
I mean, I already know a pivotal storyline that I'm not happy about, but
we'll talk about that.
Okay.
When that happens.
Yeah. I do have a question for you guys. So we're a little ways into 2025 now. Well, it's a twofold question. One is, what's an interview that you would really like us to do this year? And 2 is, what's one prediction that you have about Hallmark? What is something that, or GAC, what are they going to do this year that might be exciting or fun?
I would love to interview Jonathan Bennett. I think he would be just a gem to interview. He's very busy. He's like the Ryan Seacrest of Hallmark now. He's probably, we're going to have 10,000 followers before we can even consider having him deemed to talk to us. But, I don't know. I would love to sit down and chat with all the contestants from Finding Mr. Christmas. I think they all would have something really interesting to bring to the table. Predictions for Hallmark, specifically, not Great American Family, but for Hallmark, I think we're going to see a lot more bare-chested men. I think they're kind of moving in that direction. We saw it in Happy Holidays. I was like, oh, okay, this isn't, this isn't what we're used to.
Interesting.
Yeah. I still don't want it to get too racy. I like Hallmark for its wholesome family. I don't want to see too much of that. I don't want a bunch of low-cut tops and shirtless guys. And I think they've done it.
Yeah, we have Lifetime for that.
Yeah,
right.
I think they've done it very tastefully so far. So I don't want it to change. But, maybe that's just because I'm the older generation. I don't know.
No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
My dream would be to interview, my gosh, Pascal Hutton and Kevin.
Kevin or Kevin.
Every time I'm like, I want to say it right. I want to say it right.
Yeah.
Is it Kevin Smith?
or Kevin, right?
Is it Smith?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm stressing myself out. Okay. Yes, I would love to interview Pascal Hutton and Kevin Smith together. I think that would be a dream. I'd love to interview them. And as far as
do they continue
go,
on? Sorry, but do they continue on through all the seasons of One Calls the Heart? Because they've just been introduced. That's as far as I've gotten, and they are so sweet together. I love it. They're just developing their relationship, so I'm interested to see where it goes. But that continues on throughout all the seasons. They're both on it.
Yeah, they even make a cameo in When Hope Calls.
Okay.
Which the new season is going to be coming out this year. I'm very excited.
Yeah, in a
On
couple
Great
weeks.
American Family.
In a week or two, very soon.
Oh, is it? I just saw 2025. I didn't see a official date.
I think they're trying to compete with When Calls the Heart. So they wrapped filming like maybe a week after When Calls the Heart did.
Okay.
So
because they're GAC.
now
They are now. Yes.
Okay.
I'm interested, though, to see how it goes because watching the preview, it doesn't look like any of the original cast is returning for When Hope Calls. So I'm wondering if it's a completely different storyline or if they just replaced characters with new casting. I don't know. We'll see. But, okay, this is not my prediction, but I will say I was very, very disappointed that there was no When Calls the Heart Christmas episode this year. That is my favorite thing. It's when the Christmas When Hope Calls the Heart episode comes out, and there was not one this year. So Hallmark, please, can I predict that you bring back the Christmas When Calls the Heart episode next year, please?
Yeah, because that's been gone for a couple of years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't get it. Why? I love it.
Yeah.
Christmas in Hope Valley, it's special.
Yeah.
Bring back the wishing tree. Anyways, predictions. I think we're going to see a lot more reality type series on Hallmark. I think Finding Mr. Christmas did very well, and I would not be surprised to see more series similar along those lines. Ashley Williams. Yes, thank you. Ashley Williams has her dating series that just landed on Hallmark Plus that I really want to watch. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'd love to interview her too.
Oh, yes. That would be fun. Yeah. I would love to see some more of those kinds of shows. I think it's really fun to be able to just put it on and watch a quick episode instead of a whole movie. So, yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of it.
Yep. I think you're right.
What about you, Jess?
For me, I would really love to interview Alexa Penavega. Definitely, she's on my list. I loved Getting Back for Christmas. I thought that was just a phenomenal movie.
I haven't seen that yet.
So I would love to talk to her about that and what projects she is working on for the upcoming year. And then as far as predictions go, what I hope is that they will bring back The Groomsmen. I hope that there will be more of those movies, either a continuation of that story or something similar. I like those serialized movies. I think they're fun where everybody's in all of them, but they have their own like focused film. So
I like that angle.
They started that with The Wedding Veil, and
they did come back and do a second round of those movies.
Yeah.
So maybe they will.
And
Ooh,
I would
BJ
also...
Britt would be a fun interview too.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
For sure.
This isn't a prediction, but I would really love to see Allie Sweeney in more stuff.
It's been a while.
She did one.
She's still doing her cookie murder show.
Yes. The Cookie Murders. Hannah Swenson.
Murder by Cookie.
Yes. And Jodie Sweetin has a new mystery, another one coming out, the Jane mystery. She has a new one. I think it's out this week.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
I tried to watch that. You guys.
Did you not like them?
No.
I
did not like it. I was like, I feel like Michelle Tanner is playing dress up, and I don't like this. Oh, not Michelle, Stephanie. Stephanie Tanner is playing dress up, and I usually think she's a really great actress, but I didn't buy it. It didn't feel authentic. Yeah, it just wasn't.
Well, somebody likes them because they keep making them. Gosh. And also, I think
surprised
Mistletoe Murders will get renewed. For sure.
Which one?
You think what will?
Mistletoe Murders.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I haven't either, but just based on what everybody said that it was like the best thing
Mhm.
on Hallmark this year, I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll get renewed.
Oh,
So
nice.
I like those short little series. Like you said, Danny, you can just watch a little bit and then go about your day. So
Yeah.
I was surprised that you didn't say Candace Cameron Bure for an interview, Jess.
Yes.
I don't think we can get her.
No.
That's why
That's dreaming too far. Oh, gosh, wouldn't that be magical?
not that she's better than anybody that we listed, but she's much harder to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Gosh, that
my
would be
got a lot of
amazing,
people-
though.
my
That
opinion.
would be a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one friend who did almost interview her, and she had actually come to her. Her people came to her, and then Candace got sick that day, and they never rescheduled.
Darn.
So,
Bummer.
yeah. So that story makes me think, okay, well, and this friend has a very big podcast, like hundreds of thousands of downloads every week. Yeah. Maybe in a few years.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
so
maybe.
many. There's so many.
Yeah.
Lacey Chabert, Kyler Lee.
Yes, I want Kyler Lee so bad.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm going to
Yeah.
dream big, like Andy McDowell, that would be
for sure.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, literally anyone.
Please, somebody talk to us.
barista number 5. Okay, we would love to talk.
Even if you're not in the Hallmark movie, if like your brother is, then
If
You know a
walked
guy,
by while they were
Your
filming,
neighbor.
I want to talk to you.
But really, it would be fun to do some behind the scenes people, like camera people, and like we just
Mhm.
did a makeup artist, and
A best,
Best
boy.
boy.
I'd like to find out what that is. I don't
What is
know.
that
what
show?
is a best boy?
you see
I
it
don't
in the
know.
credits. Best
But it's
boy
always
number
on the
2.
credits. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's a best
it-
boy?
Is it what they call the dogs?
no, that's
My
good boy.
best boy.
Who's a good boy?
Let's interview
Catering.
a dog. Let's get the
Yeah.
dogs from Happy Holidays.
Oh gosh, I can't even talk about
No.
Happy Holidays.
When are we going to talk about it? When are we going to talk
We
about
gotta
it? 'Cause
talk
I'm very
about
excited.
it.
I want to wrap
We
up
gotta
Finding
talk
Mr.
about it.
Christmas and
I don't
talk
think
about
anyone
Happy
wants
Holidays.
to talk about Happy Holidays.
You know what, though? If you've been on Facebook, there are some people that
That are psychotic and
I don't wanna
didn't
give
watch
it
the
away.
movie.
I don't want to give away my thoughts on it, but there are some people who actually liked that movie.
Yeah, you would never know my thoughts on it at all. I am very
Well, here's the thing. I think
Close-lipped.
that people, because they knew that Ezra was brand new, that they gave him a lot more bandwidth than they would
Yeah.
to Jonathan
They did not.
Bennett or Tyler Hines.
not this girl.
No,
No, if you are going to be an actor, you better be an actor. And Jessica
Rise to the
Lowndes,
occasion.
I love her, and was not her finest work.
Yeah.
But also, I
felt-
think she was being drugged down a little by everyone.
not drugged.
She was being drugged.
She was not
They
being
got
drugged.
her to be in this movie.
I think they drugged her. The only
That
possible
explains it.
explanation.
Okay,
was that
let's
they
get this
drugged
on the
her.
calendar, 'cause
Say
I've
the
been
dogs
excited
were
to
the
talk
best
about it
part
now.
of the movie.
It wasn't the title, that's for sure.
Anyway, thanks for
My
listening
gosh,
to
yes, thanks,
this
guys.
episode.
We were talking about a movie that came out 4 months ago, and
It's fine. Whatever. Well, so be sure to follow us on Instagram at Love on the Pod and share your episode thoughts or ideas by emailing us at loveonthepod@gmail.com. Plus, you can text us with future movie recommendations using the link in our show notes. If you loved this episode and want to hear more, please subscribe to the podcast as we drop new episodes weekly.
so whether you're searching for luck,
Or a long lost grandparent.
We hope you don't get hit with a lump of coal. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.